to my channel. Today's video is a bit of an impromptu. I'm kind of glad I am recording it today and not yesterday, as I was really struggling yesterday. If most of you guys follow me on Instagram, I have been applying for jobs down in Fort Stewart, whether they were on base or off base, and I'm just gonna say it, guys, job hunting is a bitch. There, I said it. Job hunting is a bitch. And honestly, I've been out of the whole job hunting game for almost 4 years now. And to just get back into the whole writing a resume, updating it, writing cover letters, sending it out to a bajillion companies and entities to maybe hear from like 3 or 4 is just a lot. Especially now in my point in time of where I am in my life now, where I am a military spouse, I am a mother, I'm also, you know, a woman who has aspirations and dreams and wants to continue her career. So the fact that it is so difficult to find something suitable down there is, I don't even know what the word is, but it is just ridiculous. I just don't even know what to say at this point. As most of you may or may not know, I did apply to 3 jobs on base and I was completely rejected. The first one I really didn't care too much about. I was like, okay, it wasn't a position that I was really interested in, but you know, I am trying to find something down there because, again, I am moving down there and I don't want to be a burden on my husband. I don't want to have him just carry all this weight of like paying all our bills and just worrying about a bunch of things, and that being a strain on our marriage, you know? So I have all of these ideas and thoughts in my head. I'm like, I have to find something, because at the end of the day, it's not just for bills and all that stuff. Like, that stuff is highly important, but also for me, I'm just not the type to just stay at home. Not that there's anything wrong with being a stay-at-home mom, it's just not for me. Honest to God, it's just not for me. I have to be productive. I have to be working, basically. Like, that's why I started my YouTube channel while I was on maternity leave. I couldn't just be a mom, sort of say. I wanted more. So I found an outlet. I found some creativity, of which today I'm still doing, and I love it. But it's right now, it's not paying bills. It's a hobby at this point, which in one day, it's one of my aspirations and dreams, is to have this channel be some source of income for our family. But until then, it's a hobby and I need to have a job. Whether it's a 9-to-5, part-time, whatever, at this point, I need to have something. And the fact that it is so strenuous and difficult and intense is beyond me. Like I said, I was rejected for that first job. Really wasn't too hurt about it. I was like, okay, whatever. I still have the 2 other jobs that I applied for. One, which was an educational aide, and the other one was for a social service assistant position. So I got word from the educational aide, and they blatantly rejected me too. They said something along the lines of I was eligible due to the fact that I am a MilSo, but that they were not referring me to the hiring manager. So I was like, okay, well, talking to a friend, if I didn't get an educational aide position, then I'm really screwed, because the job description, just from what I can remember off the top of my head, just stated, oh, monitor the children, give out testing materials, coordinate trips. Nothing too ridiculous, nothing like rocket science or anything of the sort. So I was like, okay, like I can do this. I'm technically overqualified for this position, but obviously not. So I was like, okay, you know what? I still have hopes for the other position, which is the one that I really wanted. And just getting that follow-up email yesterday saying the same thing as the previous two positions. Yeah, you're eligible, but we're not referring you. Not gonna lie, just like I stated in my Instagram post, it definitely hurt my pride, ego, and definitely took a chip at my confidence as a whole. I texted my husband and I was just like, I really can't believe I was rejected for a position that I'm currently working in right now. Because even though the title is different, at the end of the day, at its core, it's still case management, which is what I do right now. So the fact that I was rejected for the same job that I am doing definitely took its toll on me yesterday, and I had to just take a break. I had to get out of the office because not only am I dealing with my clients and their difficulties at the moment, I'm also dealing with a lot of personal stuff, and just getting that email was not the highlight of my day. So yeah, that is where I am currently struggling right now as a military spouse, as a wife, as a mother. I have been applying to a lot of other jobs, and not gonna lie, I don't want this to come off as, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a brat or ungrateful or anything like that. But they are positions for where I feel like I'm definitely overqualified for. But the job market within the Fort Stewart area is bleak. Completely honest, it is bleak. There is nothing pretty much available from what I can see. And when I decided to just open up the job search and look into Savannah, there's definitely a lot more opportunities out there. But it is super far from where we live. It's going to be a commute for me to do so. And I have to be that stable parent for my child right now, because my husband, even though he technically has a schedule, that all can change. He can come, every day at 4 o'clock, and then one day it'd be like, oh, I have to stay until 10. Guess what? I have to pick up my kid from daycare. There's nobody else down there but me to go pick her up. We have nobody down there. So just having it being so far away, but that's where all the jobs are at, is so disheartening and discouraging. And I've never been in this position before. All the jobs that I've applied for, I've either been referred to or I've found them on my own. And not to be bragging or anything like that, but I got the job. I've always gotten them. So there was never any issues with that. So to be going somewhere where there's a lot of uncertainty it's uncharted territory for me. I've never moved without having something lined up. I've never quit a job before having a job secured. So, like I said, this is uncharted territory for me, and I just don't know how to cope with that, how to manage all of that, on top of all the other things that obviously are going on in my life. I don't know if any of you guys are going through this, or if it's something that's going to resonate with you guys, but I just feel that I just needed to get this out of my chest and just vent and speak it out, because I don't know, I just can't keep these feelings inside. It's not conducive, it's not healthy whatsoever. But I don't know, you guys, it's just, I need to find something, and I need to find something quick, just because it's a lot of bills, it's a lot of things, and I really don't want us to be stressing about this 24/7. So I'm putting my best foot forward and just applying nonstop to anything and everything that can come my way. Today in specific, I killed two birds with one stone, inquiring about daycare down there. I also asked the person I was speaking with if they were currently hiring. They asked me if I had worked with the CDC before, and obviously no, this is my first time. So she just said, if you had previously worked with the CDC, just know that you could have transferred from like one base to another or something like that, but just for future reference, she said. If you do want to apply and work with us, we're always hiring, so that was encouraging. But she said that I could either A, apply at usajobs.gov, which I don't want to use that website ever again, just because of the whole experience with those 3 other jobs that I've applied for. But if need be, obviously I would use it. And the other way that I could apply for a job at the CDC is to just go into the building down there and request, I guess, an application, provide all the documentations that they need, and go from there. Just job hunting in general, I don't know. I don't remember it when I was interviewing for my first job and then for the current job that I had being so hard. Like, it was a resume, a cover letter, and then that's it, your experience, and you just talked about who you were as a person or are as a person, and asking questions about the job position, etc. And now it's like, okay, we want you to have the education and we want you to have like 20 plus years of experience. Riddle me that, please. Riddle me that. And then on top of that, it's not even for like an executive position or a senior position. No, it's like for entry level. And then the pay is ridiculous. Like, I thought some of the positions here in New York were crazy, with their pay being like $12, $13, $14, $15. But down in Georgia, yo, I don't know how y'all make it out there. Yes, the cost of living down there is cheap, but so is pay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, minimum wage is anywhere from $5 to $7. Who the hell lives on $5 to $7 an hour? No one, especially with how everything is so expensive nowadays. So, yeah. No. Most of the jobs that I am applying down there, they seem reasonable. In reasonable, I mean, speaking of the whole income-wise. It's something that I used to get paid back when I was in high school, in my early college years. Definitely not what I get paid now. But I also have to realize that I'm coming in with a New York mentality of being paid anywhere from $23 to $25 an hour. So I can't expect that pay down south. Of course, if I have like, marketing experience, or if I'm doing, some rocket science, doctors, lawyers, of course, those are going to be like high paying jobs. But we all know that social work or anything that has to do with human services is not the best paying job or field in general. So I have to get out of that mentality and realize that I'm going down south where cost of living is cheaper and pay is going to simulate that. So I'm just trying to get out of that and just, ride the wave and roll with the punches and see where it takes me. But yeah, that is my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it resonates with you guys in some way, shape, or form. And just, I'm gonna end this on a good note and be positive and say that I am going to find something. I am going to get a job. I'm gonna put it into existence and I will find something, and I will stay this positive. And I hope that if any of you guys are job hunting or in the same position as I am, stay positive. Something will come your way. And as my friend told me yesterday, it was their loss, not mine. Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.